I'm going to be doing an unboxing of my Bavsound speaker set. This kit was ordered for a e46 sedan with the Harman Kardon speaker system. So, I ordered this on the 1st and it arrived at my house on the 3rd. I'm not sure where their distribution center is. Not too far away. Oh yeah, it is. Anyway, it's halfway across the country, so I'm surprised FedEx got here that fast, and I'm surprised they shipped it the next day. So, very pleased with that. Here's the box. Alright. So, I already went ahead and opened this, so I didn't have to screw around with one hand. The first thing you'll notice when you open this box is that they have construction paper, packing paper. This is great for two reasons. A, it means you didn't get peanuts, and peanuts are a fucking mess. And they have high stack, they stick to absolute everything, and I don't think anyone really likes working with them. And since they didn't use, like, some companies use like recycled paper or whatnot, and it completely gets the boxes on the inside dirty. And I say that because I came from manufacturing company, and we use just about everything. So I've seen all the different things to do with packing. So big props for using construction paper to keep things in place. It's very good for packing with. That stuff actually comes on a huge roll. You'd be surprised. Rolls weigh a couple 100 pounds. You can peel the sheets off, cut them, crumple them up, and then throw them in a box. So it's pretty cool. So when you first get in here, you obviously see I took my packing list out. It's sitting on top. Here are your mid-range drivers. Nice box. So 2 of these would go in the front doors, 2 of these would go in the rear deck. So we'll set those there. Here we have our, there's it? Yeah, mid-range. Both mid-range? Those must be the lows. But, so these would go for, 2 of these would go in your front doors, and then these 2 would go in your back doors. Yeah, I'll give you guys this part number, might as well, so you can see what they actually say on them. Some people like to see stuff like that. Well, I guess if I had the right orientation. And then these would be your tweeters. Really? That's interesting. So, there's that. Then, in the box, these would be your wire harness for your tweeters. This side plugs into your... That side plugs into the car, I'm almost positive. But anyways, I think these might be crossovers, just to get rid of some of the extra sound that you don't want actually going into the tweeters. More of a lower, like I'm gonna say, like in the 2K. You really don't want 2 to 5K going into your tweeters at all, because it'll destroy them. That's a big problem that the stock speakers have in the car, is the tweeters play like a more of a lower tone to them, and it blows them out, makes them rattle, and they just can't handle it. They're not designed for that. So I'm really glad they included this, because I was actually considering buying them and wiring them in, and hopefully that's what those are. So these would go with your mids in your front doors. So that connects to the speaker. That connects to the car. Then these would go your mids in the back, your back doors. Then we have the mounting brackets for, oh, look at that, they even have them labeled. That's pretty cool. For your tweeters. Those probably just screw into the tweeter. Uses a, there's 2 locking washers there to keep them down nice and tight. I might actually go back and use some Loctite on these when I install these. And then we have some E6000. This is industrial adhesive. This stuff is freaking strong. And I believe they give you this so you can pull, dabble in your speakers, probably around the outsides of them, keep them from rattling. Or maybe you could probably even use that to put, what does this stuff actually say on it? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. Probably even put some on the wires, keep the wires down. Keep those from rattling. That stuff is incredible. So we'll put this back in here. Alright, so I already went over this. Alright, so we have, first off, our tweeters. So these boxes are actually incredibly expensive. And it actually surprises me that they use such expensive boxes when they're making these. I hadn't seen that made for China yet. I wonder why it says that. Parts might be from China and assembled in the US. That might be what it means. Because I know these are actually made here. But anyways, so these boxes are actually incredibly expensive. I can almost guarantee it. And especially, like, these boxes being the same and having different writing on them, that also makes it pretty expensive. Because then you have to have separate boxes for everything. So, peel it back. Oh, I forgot to say, there's this card in here, sitting on the top. This tells you that you have to use the wire harnesses with your speakers. So here is one of your tweeters. Get it out of there. Alright. This thing is freaking heavy. Way, way heavier than the ones that actually be in the car. See if you can peel this back. So, yep, there's your tweeter. And then that's where the bracket would get bolted on right there. I'll probably just throw a little Loctite in there. And here's your connector. Alright, so we'll put that back in here, like they had it. I guess I really don't have to do that on camera. But anyways, there's those two front doors, obviously. These are going to be your mid-range. Once again, nice box. Very pleased with the boxes. Alright, little card there. This one's got a card in it too, saying use your harnesses. So here are the mid-range. Let's see if I can't get this open, or one of them at least. I won't be able to do that with one hand. Too much tape. Oh, I actually got it. Sweet, 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 sweet. Alright. So because they provide you with absolute terrible pictures on the actual website of these things, now you can actually see what it looks like up close. Better constructed cone, I'll tell you that. So, it's a story about these connectors. These are actually battery connectors for RC cars. I think they're called mini Tamiya connectors. And they're pretty high amp. You can throw a good amount of juice through them. So, I couldn't imagine that ever posing a problem. I'm really pleased that they use these with these speakers. Put that in there. And there's 4 of those, so these would be the exact same. Now for, I don't know why they say mid-range driver. I guess that would be the difference. But this seems weird because it's more of a mid-bass. Alright. So, we're going to unfold her. This is pretty cool. This has spots for the speakers, fins, not fins, but lips to go in so it can't move around. I can't pull this out of here. Guess I'd rather these be taped down than not taped down, eh? Holy crap. Wait. Oh, I had a knife. Guess I don't have a knife anymore. Now I'm trying to figure out this. So, 1 second, let me set that down while I peel this off. Alright, so here's the actual speaker. Now, no, I was watching their video, and what they said in their video was that these things get old in the back windows, and they blow out. Okay, I want to say something. That's true for almost all speakers. When they're in the back deck, it gets so hot and all UV rays beating down on them, it just ruins the rubber after, you know, how old are these cars? 10, 15 years now? And it would just wreck that. So, I mean, even if you had these in your car for 10, 15 years and you lived somewhere where it's hot and your car's outside all day, well, it would do the same thing, unfortunately. But these cars probably won't last another 10, 15 years. Realistically, because they have so many miles on them already. But anyways, so there's the speaker. It's got that 3 pattern and the weird directions that they use. First thing I like to point out is this actually doesn't use a connector. These use blade connectors that get plugged right into the connector in the car. I might keep these. I might take the ones I have already in the car and solder them on. I'm not sure if that actually ruins the 3-year warranty these have. So I might send them a message and ask. Now, one thing I couldn't figure out with this is why they have these rubber things on here if they always tell you to take them off. I actually think they're branded with Bavarian. Yeah, they are. They have Bavsound on here. But anyways, I don't know why they even give them to you if you have to take them off. This really doesn't seem like any point to me. And I'm going to see if I can't get these in the door on, because I kind of like how they're there, because the magnet's under here. And I'm just wondering if that would help, like in the front doors where you're sitting so close to the actual panel of the car. See if that won't help avoid it from touching, or at least could make a little barrier there so the speaker doesn't actually rattle on the inner door panel, which if these are proper size, they shouldn't. So there's that, and there's 4 of those. I'm not going to go through and unbox every single one of them, but that's what I want to show you guys. So that is my unboxing. I'm going to be making a video here in the future. By the future, I mean probably not too long, about an eBay set of speakers for your BMW. I did buy a set before, and I want to show you why you should never, ever, ever, ever do that, and why you should actually go to these. Because I mean, now I threw $500 into those, and then I bought these because the other ones were terrible. So I'll save that for the video. I don't want to blow any extra of your time. So, yep, have a good one.